Welcome to the tent training. There are different points to consider when choosing a tent. Let's start with which size to choose. When the time comes to choose the size of the tent, keep in mind that there are no industry standards for dimensions, especially when calculating space per person. That the capacity of a tent for 4 people can vary greatly from one company to another, and that the choice of the tent will need to be with a capacity of at least 1 person more than the real size of the group in order to have more space and allow for luggage or those that move a lot at night. In terms of weight, if the car is parked close to the campsite, weight and size will be less important. However, if the activity lasts several days with long hikes, then the weight and size will have a big impact on the selection of the tent. That said, when the weight counts, ensure to verify it once the product is packaged, since the total weight takes into account all the related equipment, such as the poles, clips, etc. Let's start with 3-season tents. A good choice for the beginner camper, as it will not limit him to strictly summer outings. Ideal for spring, summer, and fall camping conditions, since these tents are also more ventilated. While they are designed to protect against elements like rain, wind, or cold, they are not designed to withstand heavy loads of snow. When we talk about 4-season tents, these are designed to withstand high winds, downpours, and heavy snow loads. They usually have a rounded dome which eliminates flat areas, thus preventing the accumulation of snow and water. The weight of these tents is often increased since they include additional poles and are made of more durable materials. As for warm weather tents, these are lightweight shelters with large mesh walls for unparalleled ventilation, in addition to providing excellent opportunities for stargazing. They are ideal for hot and humid climates, while being suitable for 3-season environments depending on conditions. Finally, the single wall tents are designed for the minimalist. They have a very light design, using special one-piece fabrics which make them very water-resistant and breathable. Easy to carry for long hauls, they will be favored by those who do several expeditions a year. There are other important points to consider when choosing a tent. Doors are an important aspect to consider. If the tent will have more than one occupant, a 2-door model should be considered. This will reduce the likelihood of having to walk over other occupants if one needs to exit in the middle of the night. However, be aware that adding a door increases the weight and volume of the tent. As for the vestibule, most tents have one vestibule or at least one awning. The vestibule is used to store backpacks, remove shoes before entering the tent, or as a shelter. It is important to know that some models of tents allow the possibility to add an extra vestibule to increase the space available to campers. When the time comes to store the tent, different steps will need to be taken. First, shake the tent well before packing it. Once at home, hang the tent if possible. Allow the tent to air dry as long as possible before storing it. To avoid having to make major repairs, attend to small repairs as you go. If necessary, apply a sealant to the seams exposed to the rain before the next outing. When the time comes to store the tent, use a larger bag, such as a mesh bag or even a pillowcase. Finally, to keep the poles intact, fold them from the center outwards. By following these steps, the life of the tent can be extended and allow campers to fully enjoy their favorite activity.